The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Good morning, everybody. I'm host Alien Stone, and welcome. You have been beamed aboard the mothership for another attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. All up in your face, broadcasting from the dark side of the moon and the other side of planet Chaos. Cruising along at triple redunculous speeds. Do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array is ignoring all political posts this morning. I know you're thankful for that, right? Anyway, coming up on the show today, we've got a bunch of things for you. In addition to the regular things that you'll be hearing, like What the Florida, the Wackadoo of the Week, This Day in History, news updates from NPR, and a weekly sports update from The Prospect, we'll also be hearing about an octopus on the face selfie, prison escape disguise, and a bear in a police car while it's moving, an utterly awful marriage proposal, lightning in a toilet, a burglar hides like Arnold, and the meth in the vagina isn't hers, and a man is getting an actual boner. What does that mean? As well as a lot of other stories like toothless home invasion, naked Shark Tank swimmer, and it goes on and on and on. And we'll do a classic episode of Just a Few Questions at the end of the show. This week's I have chosen exactly 1 year ago today. The episode was known as Vinny Joins the Circus. That's right, Motown Vinny stops on in and fills in for Just a Few Questions. And he'll be joining the circus, and we'll be talking all about that. So let's go ahead and get it underway, as well as, don't forget, plenty of music for your vajir holes. I will be featuring live performances from last year's 36 Hours of Alien Xmas, because yesterday we started the official booking process for getting all of the live acts together, all the comedians, the bands, the guests, everything all together for this year's 36 Hours of Alien Xmas Radiothon to benefit Forgotten Harvest, which will be coming up on the 7th and 8th of December. So if you are in a band, if you're a comedian, if you are an actor, if you want to be involved in this, if you want to get involved in the live 36 straight hour broadcast, you don't have to be there for 36 hours. We do. You don't. If you want to get involved, by all means, send me an email at alienstone@alienxradio.com. That's alienstone@alienxradio.com. Or you can go ahead and give me a call, 313-444-8919 here at the station, and I'll be happy to get some booking for you. So, all that being said, man, there's a lot coming up. Let's go ahead and kick this pig and get things underway.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
August 12, 1972. The last American combat troops leave Vietnam. All remaining U.S. troops are withdrawn the next year as part of the Paris Peace Accords. Vietnam is reunified under communist rule more than 2 years after that ceasefire agreement was reached. 1944. Joseph P. Kennedy Jr., older brother of future President John F. Kennedy, is killed during World War II. The 29-year-old Kennedy and his co-pilot die when their Navy plane, filled with explosives, blows up over Britain. 2004.
And so my truth is that I am a gay American.
New Jersey's Governor Jim McGreevey says he'll resign after saying he had an extramarital affair with a male aide. The aide, Golan Sapel, denies having an affair. He claims the governor sexually harassed him. McGreevey steps down 3 months later. 2000. Tragedy for Russia's Navy in the Barents Sea, part of the Arctic Ocean. That's where the nuclear submarine Kursk explodes and sinks during naval exercises, killing its entire 118-man crew. And 1881. Cecil B. DeMille, the movie producer and director whose films include The Ten Commandments.
Remember this day when the strong hand of the Lord leads you out of bondage.
Was born in Ashfield, Massachusetts. Today in history, August 12th, Carlotta Bradley, The Associated Press.
All right, as I said, we are now officially accepting bands and acts to be booked for the 2019 36 Hours of Alien Xmas Radiothon to benefit Forgotten Harvest. Just to give you a little taste of what was going on last year, members of the Creeping Chaos stopped into the studio and gave us an acoustic performance of one of their greatest songs ever, Kaleidoscope Chaos. And you're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Kaleidoscope chaos. This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
You can work real hard to try and make it, or you can have a lot of heart and just fake it. But I'm beginning to see that it's mostly luck. Well, it's all who you know, or it's all who you fuck. If you get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. You get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. No one wants to give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. Well, you can change your luck in an instant, but if you hesitate, then you could miss it. Well, you can bet your ass that the world won't stop if you miss your chance at a ride to the top. If you get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. You get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. No one wants to give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. You can sit with regret cause you've waited too long. Failure that's yours all alone. Or grasp at the chances passing you by. A choice that you make on your own. To live it, love it, bleed it, want it, take it, own it, yours all alone. To live it, love it, bleed it, want it, take it, own it, yours all alone. If you get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. You get one shot, you better take it. If you get one shot, you better take it. No one wants to give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Can you feel it?
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number one of the Punchlines. And it is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube, located at www.igorslube.com. Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges and dry, flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it, everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. That's Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. So today, I bring you a beer ban leaves German neo-Nazi rock fans thirsty. So what this story is about is there's a neo-Nazi gathering. It's a festival for, they're going to be playing heavy hard rock and everything, but it's for neo-Nazis, okay? So, it's in Germany, and the area in which they're having this, they have to let them have it, but they don't want them to have it. So, they're thinking, well, we can't not allow them. So what can we do to make them not want to be here? So they put a ban on beer. They put a ban on beer. You can't buy beer. So you can't bring beer. Well, you can't bring beer into the location. So they ended up confiscating almost 1,000 gallons of beer. That's a lot of beer. Almost 1,000 gallons of beer were confiscated. And all of the locals in the area intentionally went to the stores and bought out the stores from all of their beer. So when the neo-Nazis arrived, there was no beer to be drank. Of course, they were afraid that if you add alcohol to insanity and hate, then of course it would build and it would be a problem. So they decided to remove the beer. So instead of 12,000 people attending this year's event, about 500 to 600 people attended. Not 12,000, 1,200 last year. This year, about half. So you have to wonder, is their neo-Nazi movement really why they're there? Or is it just a reason to show up, headbang, drink, and puke? All right, so anyway. And hate, of course. How about see-through men's bathing suits? That'll make you flip the page, right? Just keep going. Yes, there is a company that has, for some reason, decided that they were going to make see-through men's swimming trunks. And I don't mean that they are translucent and when they get wet, you might be able to see through them. I mean they're clear. You can see straight through them. You don't have to be Superman. They don't have to be wet. Light doesn't have to hit them the right way. And of course, all the models are wearing, what are they, thongs underneath? But could you imagine some idiot purchasing see-through swim trunks for men and not wearing said thong, going out on the beach? The only thing more horrifying than staring at men's genitalia is looking at men's genitalia all crunched up in a ball squashed up against plastic. It's all fogged up and everything. Can you imagine? Let's not do this, people. Just say no. And some people were having an orgy. I guess people do that. And it was an anonymous orgy, which means nobody at the orgy knew anybody else's name. Well, guess what? The guy the next day had to call the police and report that his handgun was stolen. You let a bunch of people, get this straight, you let a bunch of people you do not know, that you probably contacted through some weird website, invited them over to your house, and your guns are just out and about. You trust all these people into your house? Don't you think that while you're distracted doinking 2 or 3 other people that you don't know, that they might be going through your stuff? That's insanity. Okay? Come on. And finally, my top story for this portion of the show is a pussy face selfie. What does this mean? It means some idiot, and I'll pull up a picture of her. Frankly, lady, you're an idiot. Here she is. Let me take this banner out of the way, too, so that you can really get a good look of how this is her selfie. Okay, she was like, hey, I'm going to take a selfie. Look at this little baby octopus here on the side of the beach. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to put it on my face. And then I'm going to let you take a picture. So she puts it on her face, and see, she's smiling. Yeah, that's because that's right before they took the picture, okay? Well, that's not right before. That's obviously right when they took the picture. And there she's smiling. What you can't see is the seconds, minutes, and hours and days that followed this selfie. This moron thought it would be funny to pick up a horrified octopus and stick it on its face. What you fail to realize is that they have suction cups, okay, on their tentacles. So it, of course, latched onto her face, and she couldn't get it off. Now, this would be annoying and maybe even funny, except it was starting to tear her skin. Then, if you know anything about octopi, they have a beak. That's how they eat. It's a beak underneath. So the animal then dug its beak into her face and latched on. Now, another thing that you don't know about them is they have poisons in their beak. So, How do you like your little selfie here moments before you were thrown onto the ambulance, taken to the hospital, and had to have this thing removed from your face, and you had to be detoxified and spent days in the hospital? There's your memories right there, man. Make sure you put it in your scrapbook, lady. And remember, underneath it, put the caption, frankly, lady, you're an idiot. Okay? Yes, you're an idiot. So let's go ahead and get to more music for the Vajir holes. I tried to find something to do with octopi or an octopus of any kind, and the only thing I could find was a Beatles song, so I'm not going to play that. We can't play that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab something random here from our grab bag of music, which, of course, didn't work. Of course it didn't work. Okay, here it is now. All right, so anyway, on this show, we don't always play hard rock. We don't always play metal. We do play all kinds of genres, and submitted to the station by a band called Poindexter. It's Underneath My Skin, and you're listening to The Attack, the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
And I wasted my youth swimming against the current. I look right into your eyes, wondering where our paths divide. You always crack a little smile, satisfied when your arms are too afraid. I can find the right words to make that weathered heart stop. Ooh, got your trouble, baby, underneath my skin, underneath my skin. Ooh, got your fever burning. When do we begin? Oh, too close, ready for impact. Keep pushing till I drop. Wake up, born, this is order. Chaos in my blood, it just won't stop. Ooh, got your trouble, baby, underneath my skin, underneath my skin. Ooh, got your fever burning. When do we begin? Oh, ooh, got your trouble, baby, underneath my skin, underneath my skin. Ooh, got your fever burning. When do we begin? Oh, you got me where you want me, where you want me. Hooked on the way you hurt me. Oh, you hurt me. Can't say, got your trouble, baby, underneath my skin, underneath my skin. Ooh, got your fever burning. When do we begin? Oh, ooh, got your trouble, baby, underneath my skin, underneath my skin. Ooh, got your fever burning. When do we begin?
I'm Dakota Sky,
I'm Lori Nilly, and we're from RAK Films.
and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
I was free falling, trying not to break down, living like a refugee inside of this town. chick. And the guitar taught us some chords. I said, well, do you want me to play it? She said, with all the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. You got lucky, babe, when I found you. When a woman's in love, you got to be ready, 'cause I don't know how long I can hold on. Just play some Tom Petty. I was running down a dream in my corduroy pants. Baby, even losers, we stand a chance. She's gonna listen to her heart. Even walls fall down. I was going down swinging, no, I won't back down. Should've known that she was crazy about Elvis. Heaven knows it's good to be king. Jamming me came on to the radio loud. This time I knew what to sing, because all the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. You got lucky, babe, when I found you. When a woman's in love, you got to be ready, 'cause I don't know how long I can hold on. Hey! Yeah, I might cheese a couple women around, but let me get to the point. I'm not a face in the crowd. Don't do me like that. She said, you're so bad. My saving grace, the best thing I ever lived. Well, all the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. I got lucky, babe, when I found you. I had to change of heart, and you were so ready. And then she looked me in the eye. I said, all the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. You got lucky, babe, when I found you. When a woman's in love, you got to be ready, 'cause I don't know how long I can hold on. All the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. Yeah, well, all the cool chicks dig Tom Petty. Ow, ow, ow. Here comes my girl. Here comes my girl.
All right, that was Kirk McPhee live in studio last year during the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas Radiothon to benefit Forgotten Harvest, which we are now booking bands and acts for this year's in 2019, which will be December 7th and 8th. By all means, contact me if you'd like to get involved at alienstone@alienxradio.com. That's alienstone@alienxradio.com. Gonna take a short break. Pucks in the action. When we come back, naked people doing bad stuff. Toothless people as well. And a burglar hides like Arnold. As well as 2 more hours of The Attack. All on the way, in your face, from outer space. But first, taking a short break. I'm going to inform you of what's going on in the world from NPR. We'll be back right after this. The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. Questions continue to swirl around the death of wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein at a federal detention facility in New York. NPR's Ryan Lucas reports on the night of his death, prison officials had not checked in on Epstein as scheduled.
Epstein was placed on suicide watch in July after apparently attempting to take his own life.
NPR has learned that Epstein was taken off of that after a few days. He was then held in a special housing unit where he had a cellmate, and officers checked in on him every 30 minutes. But in the hours leading up to his death, NPR is told that didn't happen. The cellmate had been transferred out and not replaced, as should have happened under protocol, and the regular check-ins at 30-minute intervals were not happening either. Attorney General William Barr has said he's appalled by Epstein's death. The FBI and the Justice Department's internal watchdog have both opened investigations into the matter. Ryan Lucas, NPR News.
Mourners in Dayton, Ohio held funerals for some of the victims of this month's mass shooting. 2 more funerals are set for today. NPR's Don Gagne is in Dayton.
It's been more than a week now. The funerals are a terribly sad moment for families, for the community as a whole. But there were also signs of Dayton coming together. You see people wearing Dayton Strong t-shirts everywhere. And there were 2 big festivals over the weekend. One celebrated funk music, the other, the annual German Fest. Both gave people a chance to celebrate the things they love about their city.
NPR's Don Gagne. Meanwhile, funerals continue in El Paso for the 22 people shot to death in a Walmart there. El Paso city leaders have announced plans for a community memorial service this Wednesday to honor the victims. Charlottesville, Virginia is marking 2 years since a deadly white supremacist rally. NPR's Debbie Elliott reports community leaders are calling for unity against hate.
On August 12, 2017, Heather Heyer was killed and dozens of people were injured after the Unite the Right rally turned violent, and white nationalist James Fields rammed his car into a group of anti-racist demonstrators. 2 Virginia state troopers were also killed in a helicopter crash while responding to the rally. Several events are planned for Charlottesville's Unity Days commemoration, including a community sing-out, history tours designed to provide context about the city's Confederate statues, and an interfaith service designed to, quote, remember and honor those who stand up for racial, economic, and social justice. Debbie Elliott, NPR News.
Hong Kong's airport has suspended all flights today. Officials cite a huge demonstration at the terminal staged by pro-democracy protesters. The inbound flights can land, but after that, the airport is closed. Meanwhile, China's government says it is starting to see signs of alleged terrorism. This is leading to worry that China could act in Hong Kong.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a problem with animals constantly running out in front of your vehicle?
Yeah, little kids too.
Well, put away the water hose and disinfectant for good, because the humane people at Canine Killers have a solution for you. It's called the Bumper Bib. Bumper Bib protects your vehicle from unsightly scratches and blood splatter resulting from high-velocity impacts with small, fuzzy creatures. Bumper Bib. Pick up a case today.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back, everybody, to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am Alien Stone. By the way, today's T-shirt, Victory or Death, Star League. That's right, Victory or Death. It's the Star League symbol. You know what that means, right? It means the Last Starfighter. That's right, I actually have a Last Starfighter T-shirt. Remember, you can always send in your text messages, your messages, whatever, about my T-shirts. I always wear different T-shirts. Whichever one you like the most, we will put on Bob, our resident alien, who sits in the background during Inside the Mothership. he'll wear that T-shirt for the week. Maybe I'll send you a pizza wherever you're at. That's one of the coolest things I found out that you can do on the station. If somebody calls in and does something really cool and I want to reward them, they could be anywhere in the world. There's a pizza place around the corner from their house. There is a pizza place around the corner from their house. All I have to do is a little Googling, a little searching, a little figuring out, and I can send them a pizza and say thank you. It's kind of interesting, really. I've done it before, actually. No, I haven't. But I'm going to. Anyway, let's continue it along. Let's move and groove. As I said, coming up on the show still, we've got a couple of stories about naked people behaving badly. Okay, I don't know what it is about people when they want to do something stupid. They want to get naked first. It's like it goes hand in hand. You got to be naked to be stupid. And then toothless people behaving well. I'll tell you what that means too. Let's just say Granny is feisty. Okay? No. It's not dirty. Okay, it's not dirty. Stop that. I know you would expect something like that from me. And I understand that's what you tune in for. But this particular instance, it's not dirty. Okay, I promise you. And we got more music for the Vajir holes. But first, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. Before I get into the music for the Vajir holes. Get the music ready anyway. All right, so let me fade this out because it's annoying. All right, so this is a burglar. Okay, burglars, they like to run from the police, right? Because they committed a crime. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? If you're running from the police, it's because you committed some kind of a crime. Okay, you don't run from the police because you don't want to give them your autograph. Okay, you don't run from them because they smell. All right, you run from them because you're guilty of something. Otherwise, you wouldn't run. So anyway, burglar's running from the police. So they know he's guilty. So they're chasing after him like crazy. He is, in fact, guilty. He just robbed a house. Okay? So he's running like crazy through the woods to get away from them. They kind of lose him for a little bit. They don't know where he's at. So this guy digs deep. He digs deep down into the recesses of his mind and tries to remember, what would Arnold do? What would Arnold do? Who's Arnold? Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. So he thought Predator. Okay? What did he do in Predator? He got down by the creek bed, covered himself in mud, and then laid there and tried to and be all camouflage. Well, that's what this guy did. He went down to the creek bed, grabbed a bunch of mud, rubbed it all over himself, and laid there and tried to be camouflage. He was still laying there perfectly still as the police walked right up to him, stood around him, and said, "Hey, dude, we can see you. We're not Predator. We're not watching through heat-seeking eyes or whatever they were. Heat detection, thermal vision, whatever you want to call it." It was broad daylight. We could see a dude covered in mud laying there by the edge of the creek. Come on. Dude, what is wrong with you? Maybe he thought that they would not assume that he was a person, and they would run and hide from the lake monster. That was terrible. Lake Monster by Black Heron on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Hello, this is Ernie Singleton, a.k.a. T-Dog from The Walking Dead, and you are listening to
X Radio.
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Welcome back to The Attack. I am your host, Alien Stone. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Broadcasting live on alienxradio.com here in the United States. UG Media over there on the other side of the pond. Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well. Head on over to YouTube and look for the Alien X Radio channel. And please like us. Why? Because we need you to like us. You got to subscribe. There's also an Alien X Radio fan group. If you join that, you'll be well aware of everything happening on the station. Which, by the way, I don't think I've ever actually announced this yet, but we do have Mad Martin now joining the force of shows that will be broadcasting into your Vajir holes through the Alien X Radio website. With the Mad Martin Metal Show. That's going to be awesome. He's doing that live on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on Alien X Radio. Of course, it's simulcast live on his station, UG Media, in the UK. And then we'll have replays for you on that on the weekends as well. we'll have the schedule up for you to check momentarily. But hey, welcome to the station. Appreciate it. And all of you, welcome back to the show. Here we are in what we call the home stretch of hour number 1. Still to come on the show, in hour number 2 and in hour number 3, we've got lightning in a toilet. You're going to eat lightning and crap thunder. No, well, it's kind of. I'll tell you about that. And a prison escape disguise. Yes. Imagine putting on a disguise to escape from prison. I will tell you about how that happened, or how it didn't happen, rather. And the meth in my vagina, it's not mine, officers. I'll tell you all about that. What happened to a guy with no brakes? What happened to a guy on a pink motorcycle? And a drunk driver ate something in front of a police officer. I'll tell you all about that. That's in hour number 2. Hour number 3, I'll save that. I'll tell you about that. As well as a sports update this hour. Anyway, right now, let's go ahead and get to this. It's a toothless home invasion. That's what I'm calling this. Toothless home invasion. Now, the toothless was at home. She was the one invaded. Granny, sitting at home, minding her own damn business in her own house. She's drifting off to sleep for the night. And, of course, her teeth are out for the night because she has false teeth. Okay? Yeah, she might have a couple stubs in there of real teeth, but for the most part, she has no teeth. They're out for the night. She's in bed. Well, she hears some noises going on in her room. She wakes up, and there's a guy. Oh, my God, there's a guy in her house. So what is this little old lady going to do against a guy? She's in her nightgown, in the bed, sleeping. She gets up and starts screaming at him, "What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house?" Because she's a feisty old lady. She doesn't scream and hide and run underneath the bed or just become a victim. She goes after this guy. He's twice her size. She's screaming and hollering and everything. He grabs her, gets ready to push her out of the way, and she starts to gum him. That's right. She told police that she was biting him to get rid of him, but she can't bite him because she doesn't have no teeth. That's what she said. I got my teeth in, so I bit him with what the numbers I got. Well, the guy was like, I don't know if he was impressed or scared, but what he ended up doing, instead of, he ran to the door, but with the lady, put her outside of her own apartment. He closed the door. So he's inside, she's outside with the neighbors, calling the police. The police show up, they knock on the door, and he answers the door. Really? He answers the door. He's eating, he's got something to drink. He's like, yeah, I ain't got no excuse, arrest me. What is this about? What is with people today? I don't understand it. What? I don't understand. Okay, you break into somebody's house to what, make a sandwich? To make a sandwich. Maybe you were going to do something else, but you found out that it was a little old lady instead of, I don't know, the 22-year-old supermodel that you thought was going to be living there. I don't know. Maybe you had other ideas. I don't know. But what is wrong with you? I have to say, though, way to go, Granny, because she didn't roll over and just take it. She fought. Of course, you know, she could have gotten hurt. You know, luckily the guy was just like tripped out or whatever and just removed her from the situation. But yeah, that could have gone horribly wrong. But hey, way to go, Granny, though. She ain't playing around. You ain't taking my house. You ain't getting in here. You ain't doing stuff to me. We gonna fight. So anyway, that's our toothless home invasion. Now, a couple of stories about naked people performing badly. I don't want to say performing badly because that sounds like the naked people are doing something else that they're doing. But they're acting poorly. Behaving badly. Behaving poorly. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, first one is that you might have heard a story recently of a naked guy who was swimming around in a shark tank. Yes, you heard me right. Swimming around in a shark tank. There's a big aquarium-type place. I don't know where it is. It's like a SeaWorld kind of thing, but there's a giant wall of glass. And it's a giant, enormous tank, and it's filled with sharks. And one day, people are just walking around, you know, they're looking up at the sharks, going, "This is awesome, man. It's a cool shark." And then they notice that there's a dude swimming around in there, and he's butt naked. Okay, first off, I don't care if you're naked, if you're wearing swim trunks, scuba gear, or a suit of armor. Okay? What are you doing swimming around in the shark tank? Okay? You're already cuckoo. I don't care what your outfit is or isn't. You're swimming around in a shark tank. Well, come to find out that this guy is going to actually be sentenced now. Like, really, like, nobody knows what the sentence is going to be. They just say, "We finally decided to come up with a sentence for this guy." It's like, well, isn't it like, well, first off, it's criminal trespassing, right? I'm sure he doesn't belong there. Okay, so what is there to determine about that? You've got him on video. You've seen him. You've got him. He said he did it. Criminal trespassing. Whatever that punishment is, goes with it. Okay? Indecent exposure. Indecent. Okay? I'm sure that there's other things, too, something to do with infecting the water that living creatures are in that are protected. I don't understand. I'm sure there's a lot of things involved. Now, did they find out he was kind of loony? And maybe he had clinical proof that he's loony, and they had to take a while to figure out what his punishment should be? We should punish whoever let him out of their sight, if that's the case. So see, loony people can do loony things. They're going to do loony things no matter what rules are. Because there's a rule that says you can't swim with the sharks. There's a rule that says you can't be naked in public. I'm calling these rules, but guess what? They're laws. And he broke both those laws despite them being there and did something bad. See where I'm going with that? But I don't get political on the show. Moving on. It's time to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification. We'll be back with hour number 2 of The Attack right after this. Go nowhere.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sport Go Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at ashleys.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning. Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
What are you? What are you? What are you? I probably got that question 3 to 4 times a week. I'd always get asked if I was a ginger or just another boring white guy. or something else. So I jumped at the chance to take the DNA test through Ancestor, and my results ended up being none of your fucking business.
Discover the story only your DNA can tell. Order your Ancestor DNA kit today. Then tell as many or as few people as you want. Because your DNA is for you to know and for everyone else to just piss off.
What am I? Well, now I know. I'm a very private person with rage issues. You bunch of nosy assholes. Let me ask you this. Do you have a problem with animals constantly running out in front of your vehicle?
Yeah, little kids too.
Well, put away the water hose and disinfectant for good. Because the humane people at Canine Killers have a solution for you. It's called the Bumper Bib. Bumper Bib protects your vehicle from unsightly scratches and blood splatter resulting from high-velocity impacts with small, fuzzy creatures. Bumper Bib. Pick up a case today.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome. It's hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Coming up on this hour, we've got a great prison escape dressed in drag. I'll tell you all about that. Music for the Vajir Holes, a weekly sports update from the Prospect, and the meth in her vagina, well, it's not hers. And what did a guy with no brakes do to stop? What did a guy on a pink motorcycle do that he didn't want to stop? And a drunk driver eat something in front of an officer. What is all that about? This hour is brought to you, of course, by Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Go to igorslube.com. We will be playing some music, of course, again from this hour from last year's 36 Hours of Alien Xmas, as we have now finally opened up the bookings for bands, comedians, guests of all kinds to come forward and give. And what I mean by give is you don't have to give us money, your time. And come on in and play some music for us as we do 36 live hours straight. 36 hours straight of live radio. It's a radiothon to benefit Forgotten Harvest so they can feed the hungry in the Detroit area. We do it every single year. This year, it'll be on the 7th and 8th of December. So contact me, Alienstone at alienxradio.com. That's Alienstone at alienxradio.com for booking. So, that all being said, we do have more music for the Vajir Holes. But first, it's time for this.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
What the Florida?
All right, so this week's What the Florida. This isn't really, this is not a crazy thing about Florida. It's just a crazy thing that just happened to happen in Florida. So this woman, she's sitting there watching television in her living room, minding her own damn business, as we do. And it's raining outside. It's starting to rain pretty good. There's a good storm rolling in. You can hear some thunder. And there's some flashes of lightning. Well, just as she's watching her favorite part of her rerun of MacGyver, or whatever it was that she was watching, I don't know. A bolt of lightning comes flying down from the heavens and strikes what? What does it strike? Not her television set, no. It strikes her septic tank out in her backyard, which is buried under the ground, right? But it goes into the ground, through the ground, hits her septic tank. Now, what does that mean? Why, it exploded, of course. The loudest explosion she says she's ever heard in her entire life. Shocked her, she jumped up off her couch, jumped onto the ground, put her hands over her head, because not only was the explosion happening outside, but she also heard an explosion coming from the bathroom. Once the smoke had cleared and everything had calmed down and she realized that she wasn't dead, she got up and made her way down the hallway and opened up the bathroom door to find that her toilet had exploded, literally exploded into pieces all over the bathroom. And those were, of course, shrapnel that had tore apart the bathroom. Horrifying, right? Absolutely horrifying. Now think about that. What else would be? Probably poop, right? Because the lightning had struck the septic tank so hard when it exploded outside that the lightning also traveled and pushed a lot of stuff through the pipes, which also all split and exploded underground, all the way through up the toilet, blowing up the toilet, and shooting feces and shrapnel all over the bathroom. Holy crap, right? Who would have thunk it? Is this a real story? I don't know. That's what I was told. Music for your Vajir holes right now on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Well, I wanted to play some Crow, but of course I don't know what the deal is, man. My stuff just doesn't want to load half the time. Let's try this again. There we go. Music from a band called Crow. And Dead Heroes is the name of the song, the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Jeez.
Darkness behind your rooted from a poison tree.
What's up? This is Chris from Concrete Angels. You're listening to Alien X Radio.
show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, folks, it is once again time for the punchlines, and this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Located at www.igorslube.com, Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges and dry, flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it, everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. That's Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. So, what are we going to talk about here? Is it actually time for the punchlines? Am I doing this right? Yes, punchlines. So, the wedgie fetish. Okay, you know there's a foot fetish, there's the neck fetish, there's all kinds of fetishes. There's the schoolgirl fetish, all kinds of fetishes. There's a wedgie fetish, apparently. People just like to get a wedgie. Well, there's a guy. I'm going to get a sound effect and go, there's this guy. Because it always starts with this guy. He likes to go around in public places. In public places only. He doesn't want this done in private. He doesn't want it done behind closed doors. He doesn't want strippers to do it behind curtains and stuff. He wants to be like walking down the street, out in a park, in a movie theater, someplace public. And he will offer women sums of money just to give him a wedgie. Just to give him a wedgie. Really? At last report, this gentleman gave a lady $120 American dollars. $120 American dollars to simply, with just what, 2 fingers and a thumb pretty much, reach just inside the back of his jeans to grab the elastic band of his underwear and yank it up so that it creates that classic wedgie underwear up in the butt crack where it is uncomfortable. He also has reportedly paid more if the wedgie was more uncomfortable or actually hurt. I wonder what he would pay if he bled. All I'm saying is, $120, I would grab this guy's underwear and rip it up over the top of his head. So, for $500, I might kill the guy. There's nothing sexual in my mind about giving someone a wedgie. Moving along. Florida man takes golf cart on a wild ride through Walmart. So, okay, there's no golf cart. They don't sell golf carts, I don't believe, at Walmart. So, he drove into the Walmart in a golf cart and just goes up and down the aisles, just having a good old time. I don't know if he thought he could shop with it or if he was actually just being a knucklehead, cruising around, doing whatever. You know, Walmart has a lot of people that just do crazy things. I recently seen a video also where a whole bunch of teenagers went in there and just jumped on bikes and was terrorizing the place, just like ramming into people's carts and all kinds of stuff. And one of the managers came over, even got punched in the chest. I'm just saying, man, you know, if one of these disrespectful punk little kids punched me in the chest, it'd be like, clean up on aisle 12. There are several teeth located in the aisle. Those would be his teeth. Just saying. Moving along. Seagull swallow an entire pie. Becomes a legend amongst birds. So an entire pie. A seagull eats an entire freaking, it was an apple pie, by the way. And it actually says swallows an entire pie. I don't see how that's possible, but I'm sure it did it in big chunks. But these are the flying rats of the sky, aren't they? I mean, they would eat a freaking tire if it had syrup on it, right? As long as it tasted like food or smelled like food, they would eat it. That's what I'm saying. And finally, the top story for this hour. Check this out. Here's a picture for all you people watching on Facebook and on YouTube. See this guy? He's in prison. He's a drug dealer. He's like a crime boss of the drugs. Okay? And he's in prison, and his daughter comes to visit, and he cross-dresses like her, because she snuck in a wig and some clothes, and he tries to escape the prison dressed like his daughter. So a drag prison escape foiled. And, sure. Have a look at the picture there. Wouldn't you just automatically assume that was a woman leaving? Sure, right? The wig literally looks like it was snuck into a prison in an anus. I am just saying, I would not buy any of this. Now that we've just talked about stuff and we mentioned anus, let's go ahead and switch gears the other way. The 36 Hours of Alien Xmas is coming up again, and I just wanted to let you hear a little something that we recorded last year, which was, I believe, the second year that they performed. And they were the first band to confirm that they will be back for their third year, which is our 5th consecutive year of doing this broadcast. So live from the Alien X Radio studios here inside the mothership. Last year for the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas, I gave you the band Sweet Crystal on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Myself over, as far as I can see. There was no one around, baby. There was nobody sitting next to me. Must be the end. I must be coming undone. But that voice, it just laughed and said, nope, only just begun. At the foot of the cross, the foot of the cross. Salvation, redemption, a new life. This is what it will cost. Bring all your troubles and pleasures and count as lost. That's what we did. Didn't come easy, because nothing happens overnight. But introspection, reflection, and prayer finally made me alright. Just when I thought I had nothing left to turn. You know that voice that spoke up and it said, now it's someone else's turn. At the foot of the cross, the foot of the cross, salvation, redemption, and love is what it will cost. Better bring all your troubles and treasures and count them as a loss. To the foot of the cross, the foot of the cross. Now listen, I wake up each morning, I'm a born again man. I've learned to live this life with the goal and a plan. That door is wide open, it's your turn to step across. Come in and join us at the foot of the cross.
It's just another way for her to say I told you so. But I don't really care 'cause even God hates me. It's just another way for me to sit and laugh about the funny little girl that wants me more than you do. It's just another day for me to reminisce about the other night when you were sure that you were so right. But every pleasure has a price and you forgot about the middle finger with the diamond on top. Gotcha, baby, sucker punch. Open It's just another little problem that you think is mine, but I could give a less about your drama. It's just another invitation to your fantasy, but every one of mine involves a loaded gun. It's just another girly movie before you started me, the little angel with the bloody red halo. But every story has an end and you forgot about the pretty please with the cherry on top. Gotcha, baby, sucker punch. Open
All right, a little sucker punch from Sister Loves Mercury. Time to take a short break and pause in the action for station identification. Still to come, the meth in her vagina? Well, it wasn't hers. And what did a guy do that didn't have brakes? What did he do to stop? And a guy on a pink motorcycle, what did he do that made him stop and he didn't want to stop? And a drunk driver eats something in front of an officer. We'll be back right after all of that and a sports update from who? The Prospect. Right now.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Greetings, Earthlings. Prospect here with the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. Imagine submitting a urine sample for a job or parole or something and finding out that you're pregnant. Pretty shocking, am I right? Now throw in the fact that you're a man. Yikes. That's exactly what happened to a basketball player who got himself a year-long suspension for fraud. DJ Cooper, a guard out of Ohio University, submitted the fraudulent urine that belonged to his pregnant girlfriend to the FIBA, or FIBA, in order to become a member of Bosnia and Herzegovina's national team. The sample tested positive for human growth hormone, which, as we all adults know, is produced by the placenta. Now, some may say that this is the most bizarre way to get suspended or banned from a sport, and I agree. It's not. It's definitely up there with betting on baseball like Pete Rose did. Now, we've seen this story unfold for a couple of years now, and it has been the subject of many water cooler talks all over the country and possibly the world. And before I go any further, I would like to point out that this is purely done from a sports standpoint, and there's no political views being addressed whatsoever. Colin Kaepernick has been making the rounds on social media, posting workout videos to show the league, or any league for that matter, that he's still in top form. He still has many fans out there that want to see him get signed, but now it's reported that he has another, more powerful voice of support, President Trump. Yes, that President Trump. The same one that not only raked him through the coals and drug him through the mud for kneeling during their national anthem and sparking a very debatable movement across the entire sports spectrum, but has been accused of keeping his thumb on Cap's image by reminding team owners as only he can how bad his cause was in the weeks and eventually years that followed. It seems that the Commander-in-Chief has turned a page on the Cap saga and would, quote, love to see him return to the gridiron when asked during the press conference. Trump said that he would love to see Cap return, quote, only if he's good enough. He also added that he feels that owners shouldn't sign the 31-year-old simply as a PR move, because we all seen this happen before. Remember Michael Vick? He was signed by and played for the Eagles after the Falcons released him due to being arrested for being involved in a dogfighting ring. Apples and oranges, I'm sure, but the gist of it is the same. Both have had tarnished legacies, but Kaepernick is still waiting for what he feels is a well-deserved comeback bid. I will keep you updated on this journey. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I am the Prospect, saying until next time, Prospect out.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend? Igor's Lube. I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out? Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting live on alienxradio.com, UG Media, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live, and replayed, of course, on many stations around the world. Thank you for tuning in, wherever it is that you are. I know that we do get listeners from all over the world. I think one of my favorites was randomly, I got a phone call once from somebody who just randomly tuned in and was liking the program. Happened to have been an artist that played music in Dublin, Ireland, and just happened to give me a call. By the way, I'm in Taylor, Michigan, which is right outside of Detroit. So you can always say Detroit, Michigan in the United States. So they're calling from Dublin, Ireland, listening to my radio station. It's just it's an amazing technology that that we have today, that somebody can have a smaller radio station like this, but yet be heard all over the world as though they were in your backyard. It's amazing. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with all that, but maybe I was just bragging. That's what it is. Pat on the back. Bragging. Give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, that's 313-444-8919. As of right now, please just give me a call whenever you hear my voice. Whenever I'm talking, you can give me a call. If music's playing, I can't answer the phone. Commercials are playing, can't answer the phone. If you hear me talking, if you hear my voice, you can give me a call, 313-444-8919. So, that all being said, it's time to get back to music for the Vajir Holes. And, of course, I don't have anything picked out because I was too busy doing other stuff during the break. But there is a band that I remember a very, very long time ago. This was something very odd. We've never done this before on the station. They actually contacted us and said, we have something we want you to play on your show, and we'll pay you for it. This was a very long time ago. We had never thought about this before. You know, we had never, we weren't playing other people's music and stuff, but it was a song. They just wanted us to play their song, and they paid us to play it. And that was the one and only time we ever did that. And after that, we decided we're never going to do that again. We're never going to pay somebody's music because they paid us to do it. It turned out that, it wasn't horrible. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was a cool tune. It's all right. But if you submit music to the station, do so in the form of an MP3. Make sure the name of your band, the name of the song is included in the title of the MP3, and attach it to an email. If you want to put bio information in there, contact information, that's all good too. It's not required, but you should. Okay, and then you put all that in an email and you send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. newmusic@alienxradio.com. I will get those. I will personally check those out. I will listen to those, and they will either be put into rotation on the station, meaning they meet the genre requirements of Alien X Radio, or they will, if they do not meet that criteria, they still may be awesome songs of whatever genre they are and can still be used in multiple shows that are broadcast on alienxradio.com. For instance, this one, the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, or Inside the Mothership, amongst other shows. So, that being said, submit your music. Do not be detoured because you heard heavy metal and you don't play heavy metal. Please submit it. Again, that's newmusic@alienxradio.com. And get involved in being on the station. I think I lost track of what I was talking about there. But anyway, let's get on to the next portion of the show here. We got more music, as I said, for the Vajir host. Did we already talk about? No, we did not talk about this. This woman, she gets arrested. Okay. It's always this guy or this woman. This woman gets arrested, and one of the things that they're going to do to her when you're being booked is they check you for weapons, they check you for drugs and stuff that you're not supposed to have in the prison. Okay? And if they say, do you have anything on you that you're not supposed to take in the prison, and you say no, and then they say reach up your butt and pull out something that you're not supposed to have in the prison, you are now guilty of another crime, which is trying to smuggle a contraband into the prison, which is just getting it worse, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention that someone had to stick their hand up your butt, okay? Well, this woman had a bag of meth stashed in her vagina. Okay, she had a bag of meth stashed in her vagina, and when they retrieved the bag of meth from her vagina, her immediate response was, "That's not mine. I've never seen that before. That's not mine. That's not yours?" I've heard when people are getting on airplanes before, I've heard them ask, "Did you pack your own bag?" You know, I always wondered who else would be packing your luggage. And now I have to ask who else has been inside your vagina without your knowledge and left behind their bag of meth. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get back to some music for the Vajir Holes. Keychain, the name of the band. Primetime is the name of the tune. And this is the band, the very first band that ever paid their way onto the station. And quite frankly, I feel very guilty because I would have played them for free because they're awesome. Like I said, Primetime, Keychain, the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Come
I got live in the trunk. Plus I got the ladies go up a pump, pump, and body shake all over the place in the front to the back, and I wanna take some. Pump it up, okay, you wanna play with me now? Cause I rock with keychain, now we all about getting loud as hell. L-A-M-T-L, P-Y-T, drinks on me, come and see. Can't stop it, you can't stop us now. Come get it, you come get it loud. Can't stop it, you can't stop this crowd. Can't stop me now. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Go give it up. It's prime time. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Let's go give it up. It's prime time. Hey, we get paid on the rave, cause we getting down and we do this all day. Yeah, we bringing on the punk and the funky too. Just the sound that we get the cats go meow. Oh, I got love for the pros, but I brought my boys and they come for the clothes. New metal, rock, rap, hip hop is rap, hot R&B, cheeky baby. Can't stop it, you can't stop us now. Come get it, you come get it now. Can't stop it, you can't stop this crowd. Can't stop me now. Taking you higher, put up your lighter. Sky is on fire, you're a fighter in your prime. Taking you further, push even harder. Pour out your heart, cause you're an artist in your prime. Time for you to decide. Free what's on your mind. Go crystallize, open your eyes, yeah. I am in my prime. Be the change, become the change. You are the change right now. Don't be afraid, we keep playing. Gonna beer through the pleasure and the pain. Hot summers and cold rain, and you're about to drop the bass. Tearing up the skin of your motherfucking face. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Go give it up. It's prime time. Come on, give it up. It's that time. Let's go give it up. It's prime time.
Hello, creeps. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
All right, everybody, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. And we are in the home stretch of hour number 2 of our 3-hour broadcast that we bring each and every Monday. You're welcome. Anyway, we just did another musical treat for your Vajir holes there. Now, coming up, this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Located at www.igorslube.com, Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges and dry, flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it, everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. That's Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. Now, let me tell you about this guy. Now, I'm sure that you've had squeaky brakes. I'm sure you've had spongy brakes. And I'm sure there are some people out there that have gone through the horror of no brakes. So you're driving your car and there's no brakes. You hit the brakes, nothing. Nothing. Maybe you've already gone through the spongy brakes and you didn't do anything. Then you went through the squeaky brakes. You didn't do anything. Then you went through the scratchy, grinding brakes. You didn't do anything. And now you've got no brakes. There's cars all over the place with people in them. What are you going to do? Oh my God, he swerves. And what does he crash into? A brake shop. You should have driven through a brake shop a long time ago, sir. And you should also use the bay, not the front door. Crash! But he stopped. No word as to whether or not he's having the new brakes put in at the shop, where I'm sure he's having a new wall put in. And continuing along with traffic, we all tell you, well, we don't all tell you, we see it on Facebook all the time. Look extra, look twice and save a life. There's motorcyclists out there and you gotta watch out for them. Even though they're doing 120 in a 55-mile-an-hour zone, weaving in and out of traffic, doing wheelies, being dangerous themselves, you gotta watch out for them. But then there's the guys that actually do follow the rules. Don't act like idiots, and you know what? We always watch out for them because we don't want to crash into them any more than they want to crash into us, right? I don't want to crash into them or a truck or a bus or any other vehicle out there. We all have to follow the same rules. It includes the speed limit, using turn signals, switching lanes correctly, not acting like an a-hole, and you can't do wheelies. You know what I'm saying? That all being said, this guy must have been punished by the universe for having a pink motorcycle. You can't have a pink motorcycle, sir. It's against your man card rules. We're taking away your man card. You know what? You should get at least 3 corners cut off, at least. If we don't take it away, you're at least going to get 3 corners of your man card cut off for driving a pink motorcycle. Okay? Now, he's driving a pink motorcycle, and he doesn't really want to stop behind traffic. So he decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to go on the other side of these construction barriers into this other lane that they finished doing. And I'm going to cruise up that lane and get all ahead of everybody because I'm on a motorcycle and I can do that. And then I'll just cut back in traffic about 15 cars up ahead. So he weaves over into that lane and hits the gas and goes around the barrier and keeps going. And boy, did he slow down real quick when he hit the wet cement. There he is, stuck in the wet cement in his motorcycle. And the construction crew is right there. And needless to say, they were pissed. Now they got to help this idiot get his motorcycle out of the cement that they just made smooth and then you just ruined. You got to ask them for help. Then they got to work hard again to re-smooth it out. I'm sure that was not a pleasant day for anybody over there. I'm just saying. So don't be an a-hole on a motorcycle, and we'll try not to murder you in the street. We really will. We really do. You don't have to remind us. We really will look twice and make sure that we don't run you over and kill you in the street. But, if you were flipping around and going crazy and stuff, that makes it harder on us. Don't make it hard on us to not murder you in the street. And finally, a drunk driver gets pulled over. I want to say it was in Germany, but I'm not sure. Drunk driver gets pulled over. Or he was a German driver in the United States, maybe. I'm not sure. He gets pulled over for drunk driving. Or was he Russian? Well, I don't know. I don't really remember the stories, the details. Details, who cares? Details, right? Maybe he was a Russian driver in the United States. Gets pulled over for drunk driving. Okay? He's drunk driving. They give him his breathalyzer test. He's not doing well. He's supposed to walk the line and all that kind of stuff, right? So then, this whole time, he hasn't given the officer his ID. He's like, give me your ID. No. Give me your ID. I got no ID. So, he finally finds his ID. Takes the ID out of his wallet. And right in front of the officer, proceeds to eat his identification. Most people, after a night of drinking, they would go out to a Coney Island, maybe get some, a good greasy breakfast, some hash browns and stuff to soak up all the alcohol and such. Maybe, he knew that, hey, this day wasn't going to end well. He wasn't going to get to, he wasn't going to get to the Ram's Horn and get himself a big breakfast. So he decided he better fill up on what he can before he goes into the clink. So he proceeded to eat his identification right in front of the officer that he had told he had no identification. Now, could you imagine this? How would you feel if the fake name you gave an officer had a warrant? That's right. You don't want to give the officer your real name because you don't want to get into trouble. So you make up a fake name, and that name comes back with bank robbery. He shot a police officer in the middle of a bank robbery. All of a sudden, you're face down on the cement. Don't make up fake names. You don't know who you're talking about. We're going to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification. We'll be back with hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And coming up, it's going to be an utterly awful proposal. That's our wackadoo of the week. A bear in a police car. He didn't need his ID, though. Another news update from NPR. And a man, he's getting a real boner. What do I mean by a real boner? You'll have to stick around for that. We'll be back with the Attack after this.
Ashley's of Westland. The best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporko Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at ashleys.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done? Look at the turning. The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water. Dead in the water. Beg for mercy and Under the Blade. We live our lives under a blade. Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean.
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy. And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes. So you can feel free to try out that naked twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
Hi, everybody. Are you tired of feeling sluggish all the time? Frequent bathroom breaks cutting into your workday? Can't sleep at night? Try Colovax. Colovax is a new technology that takes the power of a shop vac and uses it to thoroughly clean out your insides.
With its patented technology, Colovax cuts your bathroom visits down to once a month.
My name is Russ Russellford, and I use the Colovax once every 2 weeks to keep me limber. Now I can play catch with my son all day and never get tired or have to poop. Colovax really sucks ass. In a good way.
Colovax has not been clinically tested, so when considering Colovax, the following side effects may include goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spell, intense spouts of rage, severe depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent fart, anal fissures, and loss of hair and teeth.
If you use Colovax, please contact a physician if you experience any goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spells, intense spouts of rage, depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent farts, anal fissures, loss of hair and teeth.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give us some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagina holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Welcome, everybody. It's hour number 3 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, broadcasting live on alienxradio.com, UG Media, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. Things that we are talking about that aren't necessarily show-related. Remember the 36 hours of Alien Xmas. I know, why are you talking about a Christmas show so far in advance? Because I'm appealing to all of you artists out there. Okay, musicians, singers, comedians. Maybe you just you talk about music, the music industry. You know, we want people to do interviews. We want people to do live performances here in the studio. It's all to raise money for Forgotten Harvest, which feeds the hungry in the Detroit area. And we'll be broadcasting for 36 live hours straight. That's why we need so many people to fill in all this time. And that'll be on December 7th and 8th this year, 2019. We've already got a couple of bands booked. So please contact me at alienstone at alienxradio.com. That's alienstone at alienxradio.com. And I know that UG Media is going to be involved with this much more this year, as well as Raw Talk Online. They've been involved with it in the past as well. So we're going to keep this going and let's raise some more money for the hungry. Let's make a difference. You know what I mean? So that being said, we've been playing some music throughout the course of the show from bands that were recorded live last year during the event, and we're going to continue that this hour. As well as we are going to talk about a bear in a police car. We'll be talking about a man who's getting an actual boner. What do I mean by an actual boner? I will tell you, and we will have a review of a classic, exactly 1-year-old episode of Just a Few Questions, where Vinny filled in for the D Unit. The D Unit. That sounds wrong. Filled in for D Unit, and the episode is called Vinny Joins the Circus. That's all coming up this hour, as well as I said, music for your vajir holes and a news update from NPR. But first, it's time for this.
And now your wackadoo of the week.
All right, so the wackadoo of the week, I'm entitling this Utterly Awful Proposal. It's just utterly awful. I don't know if this guy was raised on a farm. If, he thinks it was okay. Or if it was funny. I don't know, but I honestly don't know if his bride-to-be or bride-not-to-be thought it was very funny either. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a gentleman who had been dating his sweetheart for a while and decided that he was going to pop the question. You know the question. You know the question, right? The big one. Will you marry me? That's right. He's popping the big question. So, how sometimes people will put a ring in a glass of champagne, or they'll bake it into a cake, and they'll share the dessert, and all of a sudden she'll go, oh, what is this? Oh, look, it's a ring. Oh, it's so special. Well, he had kind of an interesting idea too, but like I said, I don't know if this guy was raised on a farm or literally in a barn. But he decided to take his girlfriend out onto the farm amongst the cows. And when he knelt down to propose to her, the ring was already placed on one of the cow's udders. On their little nipple thing coming there. Down. Whoop, it was on there. Now, I'm pretty sure that most women would be pissed off if they found out that the ring that you gave them had been worn by another person before. They want something fresh and for them, right? Well, how do you think she's going to feel to know it was on a cow's titty? Jethro, what is wrong with you? Your parents should have socialized you a little bit more, because the average chick does not want a cow titty ring. Okay? And before you start coming up with other ideas, don't put it in the nose of a pig either, okay? Don't put it in their snout. By Sun Killer on the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
I was a dirty little sex pig, looked like a hog after your slop. And every time you brought me home, mama, I cleaned the trunk, I could not stop. You gave me more than I deserved, mama. You pull your pants before
got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet Chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack
Of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outerspace.
Can you feel it?
All right, everybody, it's time for Punchlines number 3. And this portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for Sporkle Live with our own DJ Wild Bill. And now you can order online for delivery with Uber Eats and Grubhub at www.ashleys.com. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So, we're kind of short on punchlines for this hour. I don't know what happened to them. I had a couple other ones, and they went and vanished. I wonder if I, hit file, open, and I go back to, the old one. Maybe, I don't know, it's not letting me. Did it save? Let's find out. No. There they are. They're at the beginning of talking points. See, man, you just love programs when they just go, we're going to rearrange this. I'm not going to tell you about it. We're just going to put this over here. We're going to put this over here. We're not going to tell you. Thanks, Microsoft. Anyway, the punchlines are as follows. House painted with giant emojis upset residents in California community. Doesn't everything upset residents in the California communities? Isn't California just one big sore vagina? Isn't it really? Right now, I know there's somebody listening from California, and I apologize for sending that your way, but have you heard, last week, we had to talk about how you guys aren't allowed to refer to a manhole cover as a manhole cover anymore. It has to be a maintenance hole cover because women are upset that you call it a manhole. So now it's on the books as a law, so all that's going to do is change the paperwork. People are still going to say manhole. They're still going to say manhole cover. Not maintenance hole cover. Nope, we're not going to do it. Just saying. So, I mean, really, they painted emojis on a house. And you guys are freaking out because you're offended by emojis. Digital cartoons offend you. Is it the poop emoji? Well, here's a little history for you. When that first came out, that wasn't supposed to be poop. It's now worldwide recognized as poop. There's no question about it. It is now the poop emoji. But it was supposed to be chocolate ice cream. That's right, it was supposed to be chocolate ice cream. Think about it. Think about the way it looks. I mean, would they really just right out the gate and say, hey, here's a poop emoji? No. Right? So it was supposed to be chocolate ice cream. Didn't work out that way. Maybe if they had a spoon in it. But that still would have been gross, too. Like, people who, hey, that's poop with a spoon in it. What's up? Anyway. Man accidentally throws away $23,000 into the recycle bin. You accidentally threw away $23,000? How could you possibly lose track of $23,000? If I had $23,000 in cash, it would be on me or in me. Just saying. Why would you want $23,000 in cash? You know what could go wrong there? Freak. And a woman finds a note on her car, speaking of freaks, asking her if she would like to sell her used underwear. Yeah, your used panties. And the note went on to say, if you are interested, meet me on the road out of town. No need to find me, I'll find you. So she immediately went to the police station. As she should. And then she went home and immediately started a website where she sold her panties online and is now currently the 7th richest person in her county. You know what I mean? I don't know what you mean. And that has been the punchlines. And this hour's top story, a bear. I don't understand this. Okay, this is actually in the story. It says this. A bear falls into a moving police car. What? I don't even understand how that's possible. How does a bear fall into a moving police car? Is this a new convertible police car? And he's driving under an overpass and the bear falls off into the police car? How does it fall into a police car while it's moving? I think there's much more to this story. I barely understand it. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible, I understand. But yes, if you have any idea how a bear could fall into a police car, give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, that's 313-444-8919. And we're going to go ahead and get some more music into your ear holes. As I said, we are talking about performances that's going to be booked for the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. This was last year, and D-Unit is going to kill me when he finds out I did this. But D-Unit was in here with his acoustic guitar, and he was doing some performances and stuff because that's what we do during the 36 hours. We all do different types of performances. This particular one was just him and his acoustic guitar. And Mad Martin's going to love this because Mad Martin is a big fan of Pop Evil. So here is D-Unit and his take on 155 on the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas 2018 right now on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Turn back from the broken hearted. Some things are just meant to be. I still believe that we got a chance. Still believe that we got a chance to be something. Too little is never enough. Full speed got me looking at my review. I can't go back. Going 155 and I don't know why. Still alive, but I do what I can, 'cause I know I can't take anymore. I still believe in this rock and roll, and I pray the music's gonna save my soul. But till then, I still believe some things are just meant to be. It's messed up, but I got this mission. Drunk again, won't remember anyway. She said that it's just a game, boy, so don't be gone too long. 10 years I've been doing this forever. It's all I know, baby, please don't turn away. I know you don't believe in me, but I do believe in you. Singing, going 155 and I don't know why. Still alive, but I do what I can, 'cause I know I can't take anymore. I still believe in this rock and roll, and I pray the music's gonna save my soul. But until then, I still believe some things are just meant to be. I'm still falling away from here, away from here. I'm still falling, this world is coming down. I can't go back, I'm in too deep.
All right, that was D-Unit from Inside the Mothership and his take on 155. Now, as I said, he's going to kill me for doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and punish myself as well. On that very same 36 Hours of Alien Xmas last year, I tried to do a Blake Shelton song. And so I apologize to your Vajir holes right now, but to punish myself, here is Old Red, sung by yours truly, Alien Stone.
Well, I caught my wife with another man, cost me 99. On a prison farm in Georgia, close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 2 long years. I finally made the warden my friend. And so he sentenced me to a life of ease, of taking care of old Red. Now, old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I'd ever seen. Got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You consider yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators and the quicksand beds. But all the years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. And the warden saying, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Well, I paid off a guard and I slipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. Oh, he brought down a blue tick hound. She's pretty as she could be. Well, they penned her up in the swampland, about a mile just south of the gate. And I take old Red for his evening run. I just drop him off and wait. And the warden saying, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. And get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Old Red got real used to seeing his lady every night. So I kept him away for 3 or 4 days. I waited for the time got right. Well, I made my run with the evening sun, and I smiled when they let Red out. 'Cause I was headed north to Tennessee. Old Red was headed south. And the warden said, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. And get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Now there's red-haired blue ticks all through the south. Love got me in here and love got me out. Yeah. It's a country song about dogs doing it.
That's right. It's a country song about dogs doing it. That is hilarious. But yeah, that was my attempt at singing a country song there during the event last year. So again, if you want to be part of the event this year, by all means, please give me a phone call. Not a phone call, but give me an email to alienstone@alienxradio.com. Again, it's alienstone@alienxradio.com. So, it is time once again to take a short break and pause in the action for station identification. Still to come, a man is getting a real boner. What's a real boner? It's an actual boner, and I will tell you all about that. And a classic episode from exactly 1 year ago today. Vinny joins the circus. That's just a few questions. And it will be just a little uncomfortable maybe for Vinny. I'm not sure how uncomfortable he actually was. sorry, just something seems like it's all quiet and everything. I don't understand what's going on. It's like it's only on one channel or something. Always got some issues. I got to grab and twist my cable. You know what I mean? Alien Stones, there he is, twisting his cables again. Damn it. There we go. Sounds better now. Maybe, I don't know. We're going to take that short break. That short break, we'll be back right after this from NPR on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Oh, this is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Oh, it looks good on you, though.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it. Fire officials in Erie, Pennsylvania are working to find the cause of a house fire early Sunday morning. 5 children were killed and others escaped from the building that was also being used as an overnight daycare center. Fire officials report investigators found only one working smoke detector. A Tennessee inmate who escaped last week after allegedly sexually assaulting and killing a top prison official has been captured. From member station WPLN, Samantha Max reports on the manhunt for Curtis Watson.
Watson did not resist when state agents found him in a soybean field about 10 miles from the prison just hours after he was spotted on home surveillance cameras Sunday morning. Watson fled the West Tennessee Penitentiary last week. Correctional Administrator Deborah Johnson was found dead in her residence on the prison campus shortly after Watson's escape. District Attorney Mark Davidson says his office is considering the death penalty for Watson.
I can assure you that our office will be resolved to see that he is put back where he can never escape again and harm anybody in our communities.
Watson faces a handful of charges, including first-degree murder and aggravated sexual battery. For NPR News, I'm Samantha Max in Nashville.
A survey finds the average price of a gallon of regular gas has fallen over the past 2 weeks. The Lundberg survey reports of the stations it's surveyed, gas has dropped 6 cents per gallon to $2.74. The highest cost is $3.63 in the San Francisco Bay Area. The lowest is in Baton Rouge, where a gallon is $2.16 a gallon. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Xerox. From industry-leading hardware and software to analytics and digital imaging, Xerox has the technology to help your business succeed. They're not just thinking about the future, they're making it. More at Xerox.com/NPR.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I'm going to make a run for the border, and I'm going to place an order. At the window, I'll get a burrito with sour cream and no tomato. Hey, wait a minute, this is not what I ordered. I should have gone to the place on the corner. At Taco Hut, even late night, they'll get your friggin' order right. So go to Taco Hut tonight.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Second half of hour number 3, that's right. We're winding things down. Almost out of time, people. We're going to miss you until next week. Remember, every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on Alien X Radio. What is that, like 2 p.m. East? 2 p.m. UK time, I think? Yeah. We're at the beginning of your work week here in the States. We're at the beginning of your work day here in the States. We're at the end of your work day in the UK, depending what time you start work, I guess. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. Who cares? Right? Who cares? As long as I'm on. You're listening. Doesn't matter when. More music for the Vajir holes on the way from last year's event, 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. Kind of giving you an idea of what you can expect this year. Hopefully it's much more. I would like to have bands all the whole time. That would be awesome. It'd be like a just big, giant sleigh ride concert. Be awesome. So anyway, before we get to more music for the Vajir holes and Vinny joins the circus, let's talk about this for a minute. A man is getting a real boner. What does this even mean? That he's getting a real boner? Well, let me tell you what. This guy, he's an older gentleman. He's in his early 60s. You know, when I say older, it's just a little older. He's not like old. You know, he's in his early 60s. And he takes a fall. And when he falls, he kind of lands on his knees a bit. And he feels that he should probably go to urgent care and get some x-rays just to make sure everything's okay. You know? So he goes, gets his x-rays of his knees. But the doctors are more concerned, you know, for the whole body. They want to, because he's an older guy, they want to check out a couple extra things, so they take some extra x-rays. Extra x-rays? And that's when they get, like, for his pelvis area x-rayed, and that's when they have discovered that his penis is turning into bone. Yeah, think about that for a second, what I just said. It's turning into bone, okay? Does that mean that it's like calcium deposits in there that's whatever? They said it's actually slowly, it has been, because it shows up in the x-ray even as bone. It's turning into bone. So I don't know if this guy, maybe this is the effect, like if you have if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, seek medical attention. Maybe this has been like 4 years and now it's turning into an actual boner made of bone. He would have like a permanent, and would it be, I don't understand, would it be permanently in the flaccid side in shape? I don't know. It's horrifying to me. Could you imagine that? I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the music for the cheer holes, because I had enough of that. I don't want to talk about boners anymore. So, Austin Kelly, who is the former lead singer from the band Soldier's Last Breath. Not that he's no longer the singer of the band dispersed. Okay, it's no longer a band anymore, so it wasn't like they kicked him out or anything. The band just stopped. So he went off anyway, and he did his own stuff, which you've heard on the station too. I play a lot of his music. And he was at the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas last year with some of his independent stuff, which is really good. He did a tune called Deer Camp, just acoustic and him. So here it is, Austin Kelly from 36 Hours of Alien Xmas on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, Deer Camp.
Jackson, best campfire, starry night. And here came. It's a good song, right, everybody? No work here, no wives here, no yes here, November, 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 November.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Crashing the wings of a dragon. Can you feel his flame? Withered in madness, he longs to be in the hall of fame. Riding the wings of a dragon. Riding the wings of a dragon. Standing at the scene of the crime, he knows he's guilty. The cup of memories lingers in the mind of a rock star. Riding the wings of a dragon. 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 We are 16. We're grateful for Alien X Radio. Do this charity, so please donate. Riding the wings of a dragon. Riding the wings of a dragon.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, everybody. We're just about out of time here for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube Live right now, we've got a flyer up there. Go ahead and take down that information. Now booking bands, guests, and other acts for Alien X Radio's 36 Hours of Alien Xmas Radiothon to benefit Forgotten Harvest 2019. It's live from 8 p.m. Saturday, December 7th, all the way till 8 a.m. Saturday, December 7th, all the way till 8 p.m. Sunday, December 8th. Contact Alien Stone at alienstone@alienxradio.com. You can even give me a call if you're quiet about it, 734-658-2746. 734-658-2746. You can give me a call. I'll go ahead and book you on the show. If you're a live band, if you're a comedian, if you're some kind of an act that will translate to radio, we would love to have you as part of that so we can raise money for Forgotten Harvest and help feed the hungry this Christmas season. So make sure that you join me. Now, we're not going to be talking about it as much from now for the next couple of months. I just wanted to make sure I got everybody involved in the booking process right off the go. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get back to things the way they should be. And just a few questions. From 1 year ago today, D-Unit took a break. That's right, he took the day off, and Motown Vinny came on in, and we did a Just a Few Questions where Vinny joins the circus. So without further delay on the attack, It's from the Inside the Mothership. Just a few questions.
Just a few questions.
All right, everybody. It is now time for Just a Few Questions. And today I will be asking Motown Vinny said questions. Are you ready, sir?
I can pretend to be D if you want.
No. D has his own answers.
I don't have to pretend to be a D. Wait a minute. That didn't sound right at all.
See, there's like a whole bunch of you, and they're all in a bag. And we just reach into the tea bag.
Right.
Anyway, I'm going to ask you 3 questions because we've determined that 1 is 1, 2 is a couple, 3 is a few, and then you got a gaggle and a cluster and all that after that. So.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's just a few questions. Now, sometimes they are multiple choice. Sometimes they're essay. Sometimes you have to come up with your own answer.
All right, cool. I'm here.
Okay, so here we go. You never know where you're going to be, what situation I'm going to put you in. So, question number 1. Question number 1. In order to earn some extra cash to pay off gambling debts, you had to take a second job with the circus.
Okay.
You applied to all open positions, and they are as follows: bearded lady, strongman, lion trainer, clown, and guy that gets shot out of a cannon. What is a pro and a con for each of those positions?
A pro and a con for each one?
For each one of those.
Okay, give them to me one at a time.
Bearded lady.
The bearded lady, the pro is that you don't have a lot of weirdos hitting on you.
Dude, I was just thinking that.
That's probably the biggest pro.
Because even the weirdos will leave you alone.
And the biggest con is that you have to shave your legs more than you do your face.
Good answer. Good answer. I like that one. All right, so the next one's the strongman.
The strongman, the pros to it are you do get hit on by a lot of women.
Okay.
Because you're the strongman.
And they like those handlebar mustaches.
They like the handlebars, yes.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Right.
It's the bearded lady and the strongman. No, that's a visual I didn't need.
Right.
And the con to being the strongman is all of the steroids.
Yes. And it's really hard to wipe your own butt.
Yes. When your arms don't move to the sides, it's really hard.
I'm so strong, you must wipe my butt for me. Next one is the lion trainer.
The lion trainer. The con would be that he has a very dangerous job where he could be injured or killed at any time.
Sure.
The pro to that job is belly scratchies.
Well, if they belly scratch him, he'll be...
No, well, yeah, no, the other way around. You don't want them to belly scratch you.
Right.
That would have your entrails on the floor. We don't want that.
I thought you would have said you were surrounded by pussy.
Oh, well, that's true,
it's
too.
It's a lion trainer, see?
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Yours was
glad
good.
You thought of it, no.
Clown.
The pro is that you don't have to think up any pros because it's all cons. Being a clown,
well,
it's all bad stuff.
The pro is you can scare away a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
People, you don't just go, I am a clown, and they'll leave.
Well, the pro is that you get to have all the balloons that you want.
Yeah.
The con is
unlimited
that
balloons.
Little kids already know about it, so they're not going to follow you into the sewer.
Oh, yeah.
That's the con.
So don't try to use a clown costume to lure kids into sewers. Is what you're saying?
Right.
They've seen that. That's not their first rodeo.
And the kids need to be in the sewer to build up their immune system.
Right. That's what we talked about. Yeah, exactly. Got to be in raw sewage.
Yes.
And conquer your fear. All right. So what's the next one here? I already went through clown. So the last one is guy that gets shot out of a cannon.
The guy that gets shot out of a cannon. Let's see. Well, the pro is he's kind of a daredevil, so he probably gets a lot of women.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And
get some tail.
Yes. And the con is he might burn his tail off.
There you go.
Being shot out of a cannon.
He might get women to play with his junk, but he might get his junk blown off.
That's right.
Blown off.
He could have a third very large ball blown up into the other two.
True.
and be called Three-Ball Willie for the rest of his life.
All right, good. That's been question number 1.
That's only question number 1.
That's only question number 1. See how we do here? Question number 2 is not a multiple. Oh, this one is a multiple choice answer. Your side chick and assigned circus groupie, Annette, left you after you took a job as guy who gets shot out of a cannon. She said it was too dangerous and you shouldn't stay, or she couldn't stay and watch you. So she moved back with her mother in Fresno. Why was this a mistake? Why was it a mistake for her to leave you and move back to her mother in Fresno?
Okay. Why? I thought it was multiple choice. I guess not.
Well, I'm getting to your choices. I'm getting to your choices.
Okay, I'm like,
was it?
You paused, and I'm like, where are the damn choices?
Was it A, you will undoubtedly become a world-famous human cannonball and start living the good life without her? B, she was assigned to you, and the circus arranged marriage board will have to decide her fate.
All right.
C, all the other single guys are clowns. Or D, if she thought it was too dangerous before, now you will have to perform without a net.
Without a net.
Oh!
I like that. I think that all the other guys are clowns, for one, but I think the right answer is probably D. Without a net. Without a net.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's dangerous. All right, so finally, question number 3.
He's going to have to do a little solo action at home.
Yeah.
He's going to have to perform without a net, and we're not talking about shooting him out of a cannon.
That's right. He'll be shooting something out of something.
Yeah.
And then
he'll be shooting his cannon.
That's right, and then cleaning up himself. Number 3. Question number 3. Final question.
3.
After building a bit more gambling debt, playing cards with some of the freak show freaks, you have to sell a body part to pay them off. What body part would you sell? A, your kidney, which will pay off the entire debt plus pay you $10,000 cash.
Okay.
B, your testicles, which will pay off the entire debt plus eliminates 18 years of future child support payments.
Right.
C, your liver, it pays the entire debt plus $1 million. Or D, none of the above, just run away. Most of these freaks are legless or half fish people, and they can't catch you anyway.
Oh, well, C, you get $1 million, but you have to lose your liver?
That's what it says.
Well, for $1 million, you could probably buy another liver and have it put in by some Mexican doctor in a dungeon somewhere. A little dangerous.
Yeah.
But then again, you are the guy who gets shot out of a cannon, so I guess you're not really worried about danger much.
Right, that's right.
So that's probably the right answer. I would have to go with the $1 million kidney transplant.
All right, so $1 million. Well, no, that's the liver.
Or liver transplant.
That's right. So basically, he's going to pay you $1 million and he's going to take your liver out. You have to make all those other arrangements.
That's right.
So you have to figure out how you're going to stay alive from that point to the other point, because I don't think you can live without your liver.
Well, it would have
without
to be,
machinery and stuff.
It would have to be a simultaneous transaction.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be that.
We'll get the Mexican doctor to pull the liver out too.
Yeah, gotcha.
No,
I just say none of the above. I would run away because those little legless half fish people can't chase me anyway. But did you see the movie Freaks?
I don't think so.
It's an old black and white horror film about a circus where they had all the freaks, and they actually had real freaks in the movie. And at the end, all the freaks are chasing somebody outside in a rainstorm. And it's really the creepiest thing you've ever seen. All these actual real freaks. There's one guy, he's got no arms and no legs, and he's crawling through the mud with a knife in his mouth after the guy. It's so creepy, man. It's so creepy.
That is weird.
Yeah. Look it up. It's called Freaks.
Freaks.
Great, creepy movie.
I've seen that before. It's just a Saturday night in my life. So,
and that's been just a few questions.
And Just a Few Questions can be heard as part of Inside the Mothership every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern right here on Alien X Radio. It's also heard on UG Media and Raw Talk Online. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here today. We're all out of time, and I'm going to leave you with something very odd and unusual. This is a remake I did a long time ago of a song by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You've been listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
You know, parents are the same no matter time, no place. They don't understand that the kids are gonna make some mistakes. So to you other kids all across the land, there's no need to argue, parents just don't understand. Summer, summer, summertime. I just sit back and unwind. Summer, summer, summertime. I just sit back and unwind. Well, I remember one year my mother took me school shopping. It was me, my brother, my mom, oh my pop, and my little sister all hopped in the car. We headed downtown to the gallery mall. My mother started looking with the clothes she chose. I didn't say nothing at first, I just turned up my nose. She said, "What's wrong? The shirt cost $20." I said, "Mom, the shirt is plain with a butterfly collar." The next half hour was the same old thing. My mother buying me clothes from 1963, and then she lost her mind and did the ultimate. I asked her for a Adidas and she bought me a zip. I said, "Mom, what are you doing? You ruined my rep." She said, "You're only 16, you don't have a rep yet." I said, "Mom, let's put these clothes back, please." She said, "No, you go to school to learn for a fashion show." I said, "This isn't China, now come on, Mom, I'm not bowsing my please. Put back the bell, bottom, Brady Bunch trousers. But if you don't want to, I can live with that. But you gotta put back the double knit reversible slacks." She wasn't moved, everything stayed the same. Inevitably, the first day of school came. I thought I could get over. I tried to play sick, but my mama said, "No way, forget it. There was nothing I could do." I tried to relax. I got dressed up in those ancient artifacts, and when I walked into school, it was just as I thought. The kids were cracking up laughing at the clothes mom bought, and those that weren't laughing, they still had a ball, cause they were pointing and whispering as they walked down the hall. I got home and told my mom how my day went. She said if they were laughing, you don't need them, cause they're not good friends. And for the next 6 hours, I tried to explain to my mom that I was gonna have to go to school about 2 more times. So to you other kids all across the land, there's no need to argue, parents just don't understand. Summer, summer, summertime. I just sit back and unwind. Okay, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation, and they left the keys to the brand new Porsche. Were they mine? Well, of course not. I'll just take it for a little spin and maybe show it off to a couple of friends. I'll just cruise around the neighborhood. Well, maybe I should. Yeah, of course I should. Pay attention, here's the flick of the plot. I pulled up to the corner at the end of my block, and that's when I see this beautiful girly girl walking. I picked up my car phone from the train like I was talking. Should have seen this girl's bodily dimensions. I honked my horn just to get her attention. She said, "Was that for me?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Why?" I said, "Come on and take a ride with a hell of a guy." She said, "How do I know you're not sick? You could be some deranged lunatic." I said, "Come on, Toots. My name is the Prince. Besides, would a lunatic have a Porsche like this?" She agreed, we were on our way. She was looking very good, so was I, must say. Word. We hit McDonald's, we pulled into the drive. We ordered 2 Big Macs, 2 large fries with Cokes. She kicked the shoes off onto the floor. She said, "Drive fast." He turns me on. She put her hand on my knee. I put my foot on the gas. We almost got whiplash. We took off so fast. The roof was open. The music was high, and this girl's hand was steady moving up my thigh. She had opened up 3 buttons on her shirt so far. I guess that's why I didn't notice that police car. We doing 90 in my monster Porsche. And to make this long story short, when the cops pulled me over, I was scared as hell. I said, "I don't have a license, but I drive very well, officer." I almost had a heart attack that day. Come to find out the girl was a 12-year-old runaway. I was arrested.